Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. War of Rights just released a new game mode called Conquest where you capture flags. Now we have 2 out of the 4 maps to show you today. The first map is Framing Fence Line, which you can see here. It is Roulette Lane with some more additions, and we have Farmland, which is Miller's Cornfield, Hooker's Push, Hagerstown Turnpike, the West Woods, and Dunkerchurch. It's a very huge map. We'll be talking about our first impressions and seeing what people do on the map. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. War of Rights just released a new game mode called Conquest. You have to cap the points now, which is very interesting. It adds a whole new type of gameplay. You can see from our spectators' view, there are 3 control points on the battlefield. Now, on top of losing tickets when your teammates die, your team also lose tickets if the opponents have a majority of points, I think.
I think for every point they control, you lose a little bit. I think that's how it works.
All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
So, and all these work like a normal cap point. So if a team captures all 3 points, the other team is forced into a counterattack, and the opponent team has to try to retake one of the points within that time limit, or else they lose. This should be very interesting to see. What map do we have here, Sevi?
Well, the map that this is called is Farming Fence Lines, and what that means is it is the section between let me see how high I can fly before it kicks me. Oh, I can go pretty high. So we can see back there is the Roulette Lane farmstead, which everyone knows about. It's Roulette Lane. Over here is Bloody Lane. Over there is Piper Farm, but that's not part of this map. So essentially, it extends Bloody Lane really long. It's just long Bloody Lane, and I think the most impactful thing about these capture points is, well, I mean, it's kind of weird. They each take a flag, so in order to capture it, you have to use up your flag bearer, and then you go get a new one from your main spawn. So it can be a big loss if you only have one flag bearer and you have to use it to put up a flag. Also, though, it doesn't act like 3 separate points. It acts like one controlled point, split up 3 ways. So that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, as we can see, Union are capping the point. By the way, I forgot to introduce our team. For tonight, it's myself as Garden Eagle with that one, Sevi. And then we have our frontline reporter here, Turtle, who will be showing us the Union perspective right now. Union is capping that first point very slowly.
Point C or point A?
Point C.
I don't see. Oh, no, like, Union are capturing point B, and the Confederates are capturing point A. So Confederates are controlling the lane while the Union are controlling the hill, looks like. Alrighty.
Right.
So as we can see, the Union's flag that they put up is actually the flag they had, which on this map, oh, I thought I crashed there. Just happens to be the 6th New York. So we got that beautiful Harper variant flying above this battlefield. Union right now at this point have 2 control points to the Confederate 1. Union are now probably going to try to force some tech down there on the bloody lane. And actually, the Confederates are putting a countercharge, or not really countercharge, more like a big flank maneuver to the left that could leave them vulnerable here, and they're choosing to leave some men behind. Interesting. Well, I don't know if they're choosing to leave someone behind or someone are staying behind. This is a public event, so although there are around maybe 100 regimentals, a little bit more in the game, that means there's also around 100 public players. So it's about an even 50-50 split. You can see here that the Union's 10th United States and a few other, I don't really know what other groups are. Trusty Jam is in this line, shooting into the flank of the Confederate moving. So the Confederates, around 70 yards away, give or take, are now moving into this orchard, the Roulette Lane orchard. He said we do not have a flag, so they're just not realizing that they can't capture the point without a flag bearer.
But what they can do, however, is they can uncap a point, which will help them a lot. New arty positions here for the Rebels, actually.
Bradley's shooting is already at Trostajam. That's hilarious. Yes, they can't. Yes, like you said, anybody can take down this flag right here, and that means that the Confederates will no longer lose tickets for not having it under their control. I did notice, though, in all the rounds we played before this, that I'm getting horror flames here. That beside the point, it seems like the rounds are only like 20, 15, maybe 30 minutes long at the max, just because like you lose a lot of tickets. I think that ticket count should be up a little bit. Oh, an important note, I probably should have said at the beginning. Both teams have even tickets at the beginning of the game, so there's that. Trusty Jam kills a man. Base.
And
they saved their flag from being taken down.
Union's going to be able to hold this. They're going to prevent the rebels from fully taking down that flag.
Yes, so I think that still causes the Union to give a few more ticket losses to the enemy. And the current build of the game, when you press T, you can see everybody's NCOs. This is a glitch of the branch, so that's pretty funny if you think about it. Oh, and they updated them, so now they actually move with the players.
It's very nice. It looks very nice. I like that a lot more than what they were normally.
Confederate reinforcements coming up on the right now. If this is an organized group, I can't tell. The another thing about updates is that, as usual, they do restart your in-game name, and so it defaults back to your Steam name. So a lot of people here are still playing with their Steam name.
Looks like Rebels here. Or no Union. I couldn't see the red, white, and blue. You know, it tricks me a little bit. Union
Well, there are rebels up
returning
here. Ooh,
Union returning
Confederates
their
hitting
middle
engage
flag.
now. As Confederates engage, the Union are controlling this thing. They almost took it down. And this officer right here, Mr. Caddy C, the artilleryman, he brought the Confederates down to engaged. If he was a couple seconds late, these guys would have given up their flag to put their flag up. This is the 9th Corps. I can tell because a few of them have their Steam name set to 9th Corps stuff. That's cool. And they have a good look down that bloody lane. I don't know how much I like these flagpoles. They look like that's just for like the Civil War. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to that. It's just down to looking by bloody lane and seeing that. I don't know if I could handle that.
What would you think of normal? Just like one big long stick, like a brown stick or whatever, in the ground, or?
Yeah, like the flagpoles on the drill camp. But I guess those. I mean, even that. I mean, like it's a bit tall. It's a bit like who set this up? That's what I wonder. Like who put these here? Did God put them here?
This was actually how
like,
Antietam was fought?
Yeah.
They captured
There
the
were a
flag.
bunch of flagpoles everywhere, and they moved from one flagpole to another. Ooh, my God! There's a bit of a charge here. It's really hard to tell what's happening here, just because of the sheer amount of well, openness. There's 200 and ooh, I went blind from that shot. Yes, the effects from suppression are much greater, and I really like that that improvement. We can see now shooting buckmo onto them. They're getting charged. The Confederates being charged by the Yankees.
I think the Union's going to win that because that rebel flag is now running away. Some rebels are trickling into that charge, but I think it's a little too late for them.
Let's not forget that the Union spawn's over there. Dunkirk Church is over there. You can see it now. So if you ever wanted to position yourself with roulette lane's there. The bloody lane actually extends a lot more that way. They really condensed the map here. And yeah, like this is not what the bloody lane looked like. Well, it looked like that, but like, if I remember correctly, it could be maybe it's that lane. One of these lanes is a lot longer. Is what I'm trying to say. Is it that lane? No, I don't know. One of these. They shrunk it down a bit for the in order to fit into a 4 kilometer by 4 kilometer. I wonder, do they? Yeah, the corn still does that thing. And we can see that the Confederates are moving reinforcements up again. Confederates at the same time as the beginning of this game. I know we're spending a lot of time just admiring the update, but they are now only holding A. However, they don't really hold it that well. And while there are some Confederates holdouts up here, the Union completely control their half the map. I think. Yeah, they do. So I really don't understand why the Union aren't pushing here. Why they aren't pushing down to point A.
The Union just has 2 maps, or 2 flags, sorry, so they can just probably hold down, bunker down, and just hold out for the rest of the game. The Rebels have a hard time pushing. They haven't won in that house yet, and as you can see, they're trying to push the right side now. The center, probably, because I guess the Rebels can go on the right side of that snake fence that we can't see some shots from right now.
Oh, yeah. They can go really far over here. Okay, they can't really go that far.
That's
the spectating camera is slated.
That's probably the best Rebel advance, I would say. Trying to take B, because B is a hard point to take once you lose it.
Ooh, the Union, however, are going to go tech A. So these artillerymen, I highly doubt will be able to defend themselves very well. So let's see how long Bradley lasts. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's over here. Oh, Confederates taking losses at 35 minutes left in the game. They're getting charged up by a bunch of people. Monsieur Jack is over here. Bradley goes down with a shot to the head. And, well, they really don't stand a chance here. Confederates just completely spread out, completely just demolished all over the place. We can see now that the Confederates who survived that, the couple infantrymen, were able to retreat back. Union now hitting engaged. So Union hitting engaged at 35:04. Interesting.
Yeah, as you can see, like Sevi was talking about earlier in the game, these matches go really, really quickly. I mean, we're only, almost 10 minutes now into this game, and Rebels are taking losses. It's crazy.
I think it's a combination of 2 factors. One, that you spawn far away from your points, so the moment you die, your point is lost. And 2, or maybe another one, and you lose a lot of morale really fast. There's like no morale in this game. And also, these maps are just humongous. There is 100 people on each team. Let's actually see how many are spawned in. Yeah, there's only 6 people not spawned in. And then there's a couple spectators. Ooh, did I have some downvotes? I have 7 downvotes. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know which team is on over here, but I'm not gonna say which one of them.
It looks like the Union have uncapped A. They took down that flag. We'll see if they have a flag to put it up. The Rebels actually seem to have pushed the Union off, who uncapped it.
But now the Union are charging back down the hill into the bloody lane. This really doesn't seem like 100v. This seems like 5v5. Where are all the players? This is just a huge map, and I don't know where they are. So we can see here that if the Confederates lose this, they will, the Union will just put up their flag, and the Confederates will be put into counterattack. Again, these act like 3 points. They act like 1 point that's divided into 3. So let's see, did the Confederates win? The Confederates were able to push back the Union flag running for the hills. They still don't have a flag, though. Oh, now they have a flag. This flag's going to be put up there. This is for the Confederacy, I guess. The right-click mode is not currently working in spectating, so I'm not able to get up the flag, like little lines. So I honestly don't know where all the people are. This is a 215-person server, and it does not feel like it.
Yeah, no, it's just humongous. No one's really seen a map this huge before. And so, buy the game.
Yeah. I would say, though, if I could just... I really think that you should be able to spawn where your flag is. I think you should spawn all the way up here, not back there. This, it really does just feel like either you just charge, and then either you get wiped or you win. And then... that's just what this game mode is so far. But again, this is the beta. This is the first day it's been out, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of not just bug fixes, but also content updates. So now you can see a small flanking group here with the A and V, so able to get some buck and ball shots off on their side. Confederacy capturing Team A, or capturing Point A. And there's no way to disable that little pop-up in the middle of my screen. It'll just always be there. I heard Zapstar screaming about that Yankee flag over here, the Harper Baron. And sure enough, the Yankees are getting it over into the road.
Yeah, I don't know. Union's probably going to need some more men to try to take this position. They got a lot, I think, less dudes right now. But, yeah.
Yep, very generic flanking maneuver that we see at the beginning of most games. Confederacy now hitting breaking at 32 minutes. Yeah, this is insanely fast in terms of how this game is rolling.
Actually, no. The Union have done just that well this whole game.
Yeah. Remember that both teams started off with even. Man, they're just desolate up here on the top of these cannons. And let's see what's up. Again, I really don't know where all the people are. Like, it is empty. Like, what are these guys? Where are they marching? I don't even know.
Looks like they're going to the C point here that is capped.
They already have it. These are Union, and they're going to their own point?
Yeah, speaking of which, we have our field reporter, Turtle, down there right now. Let's ask him how's it going right now. Turtle, how's it going on the field right now?
Well, it's going pretty good. Things you got to move pretty fast. We went off of B and we tried to take A, but they were ready for us, shut us down. So I'm not sure what they're doing now. It looks like they're moving a little bit past C and maybe going to try to flake around them.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, thank you for that report. Back to our overview here.
Yeah, we can see here that the 5th North Carolina, Mr. Doug said, is kind of sus, dude, because he sees these guys now volleying at the top of the White House. If you don't know, this is where the Buzzy B Battalion's from, with all these B houses. So Buzzy B Battalion. So now we can see here that the 42nd Buzzy Bs are fighting off against the 5th in those woods. I don't think the 5th are going to be able to do much.
Yeah,
over here,
especially it seems like the rest of the Rebel team is over here, and they're kind of pinned down there right now. They're not really doing much.
Yeah, I don't think the Confederates have much motivation to actually go up and over. Even though the thing about this game mode is that it does force them to kind of get up because the Union control 2 capture points. So it forces the Confederates to actually try to do something other than just sit there. Meanwhile, Union grouping up over here, they know that they have all the time in the world because the Confederates will eventually hit last stand. So yeah.
Yeah, in this game mode, you just can't sit back in your spawn like we do see in some normal regimental matches because usually defenders might just sit back, wait for the time to go down. In this game mode, you can. If the other team caps the points, they can win the game relatively quickly. I don't think that counterattack time is that big if I remember. And
well, it's the same. It's the same.
Oh, it is. Okay. But even then, the other team can just cap 2 or 3 points and really just lower your morale.
Yeah, that's yeah, I agree. Usually, as the defenders, you can pull back and let them cap all 3 points because there's no real downside to it because you get a counterattack and then you get more tickets. Losing the stuff here, really losing all the points here, actually makes you lose tickets. I think based on time. I don't know. It hasn't. Maybe I need to go reread the patch notes. So, oh my gosh, okay. Union actually charging. I thought they were just going to hold over there and just volleys, but no, Union charging out the Confederacy. Mr. Mousemaster, he's saying form on the fence, and I can't really tell what's happening here. Again, I can't right-click, or the right-click doesn't do anything anymore, so I can't see the flags. Mr. Trusty Jam up here, shoots buck and ball, come on. Shoots buck and ball right at the Confederate flag,
shot.
killing him. Nice job, Trusty. You can see over here that the Confederates. Oh, I got suppressed over. Again, if you see that is your character blinking from being suppressed too much. That's a great effect.
As
Ooh.
we know, ghosts have eyes and they blink.
Yeah. If a ghost blinked, you would just see right through it. Union pushing down the Confederates to the last stand, pulling down their flag in the sunken lane, and about to send up the Harbor Baron. The enemy neutralized point A, and now they're sending up the Harbor Baron. Union now hitting taking losses. These maps are way too fast, in my opinion. Like, way too fast.
At least for now, yeah. I mean, not even 20 minutes into the round. So how this works, if Union raises this flag, they will win the game. Other than that, if they don't cap them all, they gotta kill all the rebels to win.
Well, yeah, it's just like normal point, where if the defenders are breaking your last stand, well, both teams can be the defenders. If you're breaking your last stand, you lose the last point, you lose the game. So when the Harbor Baron hits that top, they should, yep, no counterattack, instant win. Alrighty. And there's also another USA Secure the Field. There's a little bit of, like you can see here, that it's very early access there on the left with no actual map down. We do get to see the movements based on the coordinates, though, which I still find pretty interesting.
Yeah, it looks a lot smoother, though, than what I normally see in game. It's usually jittery,
Certainly.
but this looks good.
Yeah, once they get those flags, or not the flags, the maps, the map art all done, I'm sure it'll look great. We can see there are a lot of deaths, but not that many deaths, to be all honest. Like, usually, you'd expect that many deaths to be like a 50v50 kind of game. I feel like they have not properly given the teams enough tickets. I feel like that should be edited. I also feel like they should be editing the number of the respawn time.
Yeah,
for sure. Turtle, what did you think of that first round? That short round.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was really fast paced. I mean, from the time your feet hit the ground, you were running, and you're just hoping that you got to a point and you weren't going to meet too much resistance taking it. But that's really the name of the game here, is I think just numbers on point, and you just try to get a good rotation, a good communication is going to be key for taking these points.
All right, here is our second map out of the 4 maps. What is the map, Sevi, for this one?
This map that we're playing right now is Farmland. We can see that I think what they're trying to show here is Hooker's, like, we all know the map Hooker's push, but Hooker's exact orders were to march from over there and to take the Dunker Church. And that was like his immediate orders. Although he got quagged down he got caught in a bit of a quagmire over here by the wheat field. I'm sorry about this is a cornfield, right?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The bloody cornfield. Now I remember. Although he got caught in a cornfield, his orders were to take the church. So this is what this game mode or this exact map is trying to represent. I can tell.
Are you able to show us the Union or Rebel spawns quickly, if you know where they are?
I think the Confederate spawn was there. I haven't been able to find the Yankees. I don't know where they
are. They spawn on the Rebel or the point on Nicodemus Hill. Yeah. Okay, it's over to the left.
I know I can't go all the way over there as a spectator.
So you can kind of see the stone wall there. The Union spawn to the left there. They spawn where you're looking at, but yeah, they spawn in the road.
They're in the woods. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they moved up into the woods now. But this is
a bit of a bug. Yeah.
This is a massive map, though.
I don't really support that choice of spawn. I think it should be over there personally, because the main point, where one of the points is over here in the cornfield. Which, by the way, again, who the fuck put that flagpole there? Now we can see just one single man over here. Your team, so the Confederates have captured B. So there's a bit of an issue with spectators in that because I spawned in as Confederate before I went in spectator mode, I can't go to where the Union can go. In skirmish mode, that is not an issue. In skirmish mode, you can go anywhere either team can go. So there's a bit of an issue there. We can see now that the Confederates have taken. Oh, look at that tiny little flag. The Confederates have taken the Dunker Church. As everyone remembers from all those famous pictures of Dunker Church, it had a giant flagpole next to it.
Of course.
Yeah, very famous.
With that very tiny flag?
Yeah, yeah. It was actually, that's why it was called Dunker's Church, because they got dunked on.
Rebel already here. This arty position is so beautiful. You can see most of the map from here.
It is very beautiful. However, they do have a good chance of just getting surrounded. Also, they spawn like 400 yards in front of their peers in the infantry. So the rebel infantry, if they didn't come over here to support this, would just be abandoning them to die at the Yankee hands. We can see that some Confederates are now moving into the this area. It's really hard to tell if this is an organized group or not, because again, some of the people don't have the right name set up. So I'm not going to call it, because for all I know, it's just a pub group. Over here, another group of them. Who knows who's leading them? And the Union are now trying to move out of the cornfield. Again, I really don't know why they spawn over there. That's kind of weird. Like, why? Whatever. And why don't the Confederates like spawn over there behind Dunker Church? Like where like the original, like the actual like 4th and 1st Texas, like the Texas Brigade, where they were all like woken up really early and they'd like stop making their breakfast. Also, why is this happening like afternoon?
The historical. No, I wonder if they put the spawns where they were so they weren't necessarily too close to the Dunker Church flag post and the Miller's Cornfield post, just so if the other team had to respawn, they wouldn't be close. But
I see. I mean, I bet that there is their intention. But I personally think like this map is a good example of how of a better respawn group way would be. I think if you control no points, you respawn there. If you control point C, you respawn there. And then if you like I don't know, I just don't like the way the respawns work.
That would
like
be
the
very
respawn
interesting.
can move.
Yeah, it's almost like a trench warfare type of system where you like move up, you fight hard for over one trench, you take it, and then you move on.
Those guys forming a great line. Holy shit, that was perfect. The 10th US, that was a good little thing you did there. However, they are still losing a lot of men. Ooh, I got blinded. And the Confederates still, even though they have better buck and ball, being forced to shoot. Actually, do these guys have buck and ball? Yeah. It seems like the Irish Brigade is like playable on all these maps. That's kind of awesome. I don't see why they didn't do the 14th Brooklyn, because that was like on all their promotional videos.
Because IVB is based on 14th Brooklyn. No bias at all here, guys.
No bias at all. Fair news. So they're doing rising volleys over here in the Confederacy for the Hagerstown Turnpike. Let's see over here what's happening on the right. A small, I can't tell how large. Yes, no, this is like a medium-sized Union push up towards the center. Wow, the Confederates don't even like see him. I really want to stop getting blinded as a spectator. That's kind of annoying. Okay. And Confederates over here shooting to their side. So we might see a situation where the Union control 2 points and Confederates only control 1. However, the Union, why don't they have this point?
Is there a Rebel Rambo that got back there?
Yeah. 2 rebels just took down their flag, and now the Union no longer holds this point. That is a huge issue with this game mode, is that they can just walk around your rear. Again, this is this is a little bit smaller server now with 184. But even 184, that is 184 people, and they're in the pockets you can see on screen now. Union now control point A, and the Confederates control point B, but nobody controls the cornfield. So, yeah. So as everyone remembers, the very famous picture of Hagerstown Turnpike from this exact perspective with the Irish Brigade flag. Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm getting so bad frames right now.
Hey, but it is a new game mode. They're probably gonna make some updates with it. It'll maybe change, we'll see. It's fun to just look at overall this game mode. Looks like we got our frontline reporter here taking shots into the Miller cornfield. How's it going for you, Turtle? What are you guys trying to do right now?
Well, we took C, and then we moved on out of the cornfield and turned around, and somebody else is taking it back. So we're going to go back, take it back, and then hopefully move on to another point. It's going to be difficult, though, if just 2 guys can take down the flag. I feel like there's going to be a lot of running back and forth.
Yeah, for sure, especially with a big map like this and a lower pop server like 180 people. So good luck with taking back C. Now we're heading back to our spectator's view right now. He's getting an overview of our melee. On that point C that we're talking about, Rebels do have a flag there. Union now pushing in. I'm going to cut to our frontline reporter here because he has a great view of this fight right now. That seems to have now maybe ended. I can't tell in the cornfield. As you can see from our first perspective screen here, it's kind of just hard to see. There's so much corn. We're going back to our spectator's view right now. Yeah, you can see that the Rebels have moved away a little bit. Gone away. And the Union has now successfully retaken that point of contention.
Yes, I'm sorry. A little bit was there. My microphone was off. So what I'm trying to say here is that yeah, the with the way that was, the Confederates were able to just like walk in the rear. I think that these maps are a bit too wide. Like, you know, it's not channeling you into fighting on one point then another. Union hitting engage at 35 minutes. It's not channeling you to fight in 1-1-1. It's like we don't even see like those like big wide flanking maneuvers. Like, it's not really flanking maneuvers. It's just like people don't know where they are. It's obscenely large, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to take a little time for people to figure stuff out, too, figure out the tactics. Right now, just everyone's kind of like, how the heck do I play this game mode? Where am I at?
Yes.
I mean, we've played these maps, but new strategies on these bigger maps. And I think, too, if
Confederates engaged.
If we do get a bigger player base, the maps will be interesting. I don't know if War of Rights ever were to hit 400 players, because that's the cap of the server right now. I don't know how. I wonder how much different it would be. We'd probably have 100 more people per team.
To be honest, I wouldn't want to hang my hat on it at this point, because even at like 200 players, like, this is not that much. Like on both these rounds, we do not see much actual action. We just see like groups of 20. You know, it's really weird in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It's just not what I expect. The way that this game mode was made, it doesn't really form people to stay together. Like, we can see here that they have to leave behind groups of like 3 to stave off Confederate push, but that's not going to do anything, because the Confederate pushes are going to be like an entire, I guess, like 10 guys worth, you know. So what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to leave like a dozen guys behind at each point? It's weird. Union now control the Dunker Church. I don't even know how that happened. There wasn't even any fighting over here. It just happened. Enemy now have control of point B. What? Oh, yeah. No, yeah, the enemy is the Union. Yeah, I forgot, because I'm so excited. Now they're going to send up their flag bearer.
I wonder if they, when we test this out, possibly. I can understand why they have bigger maps for this, though, because, I mean, you don't want 3 points close to each other. But
yeah,
it's kind of hard to do this. It's kind of hard to find a right fit, too big, too small. You can make approximations, but this is the, out of the 4 maps, this is by far the biggest one.
Yeah, I think if they were gonna try to do something with this, no matter with how many players, this is just too big for any amount of players. I think up to like you need like 2,000 players. I think that point A would have to be over there where Hooker's push point is, and the boundary would have to be like just over this the Hagerstown Turnpike Road, like just beyond the Dunker Church would have to be a boundary point. This map would have to be much smaller. I should see much of that, because again, the flanking maneuvers are just too severe, and there's no downside to flanking around somebody, because either way you still have to march like 30 years in order to get anywhere. Confederates have taken A, Union have taken B, I guess.
Yeah, Union took B, Rebels put down A, but the Rebels don't have a flag there.
Yes, now the Union actually...
Yeah, Union just pushed them out, and now they can put up their flag.
Yeah. Forming a skirmish line, and they're facing off against a group of like 5 guys over there. Might as well just charge them out, but I guess they're not gonna... I don't know. It's just too much, too big. I guess there's fighting on the cannons too. I think there is. Look at that. Didn't even know about it because it's a half mile away. So these guys are killing those guys, and Max joining for his life. I think he ran the Minecraft server, the North Korean Minecraft server the other like a year and a half back or something.
A random little fact there.
Yeah.
The
Union
Rebels pushing up there to the to take point C.
It looks like it. The Confederates are now in counterattack. Confederates are now hitting, taking losses, and are in counterattack. Confederate forces are, yes, they are pushing up to take point C. Do they have enough men to defend it? They have nobody to defend it. In fact, Ally Addict over here is taking down the flagpole.
Yeah, does the Rebels have a flag that are coming up there?
Let me see. Nope.
Wow, that's that is quite unfortunate. Wait, no, that's quite unfortunate. Because they're gonna just uncap.
Oh my God! Ally Addict was a flag bearer, and his flag was disappeared for a second.
Oh right, because anybody can take it down. I forgot about that. That is such a big brain play by that man. And now Rebels are gonna cap a point and get out of counterattack.
Hey, fucking flag bearer Rambos is gonna be the meta. God damn it. That sucks. Look at this bullshit. Why the fuck was? Why?
Hey, it's great though. Rebels are gonna be able to get out of counterattack.
Imagine being the Union commander. Sir, a group of 10 men put up our flagpole in the cornfield. Why the fuck do we have a flagpole in the cornfield? This is just so. This is like lunacy. It's like cartoonish. This is funny. This is this is a little bit of goofiness that I don't know. Maybe Warfights need a little bit of goofiness. I thought. Oh yeah, that's where some flags have like back and front side both done, but this one doesn't. This it's just single piece of cloth. That's really cool. That's neat. B is lost to the Union. Confederates have taken B. Are they setting up their own flag?
I would hope so.
It's really hard to
They
see what's
do.
happening because they have their own flag and they're taking back the Dunker Church. So now Confederates are taking losses. The Union are engaged. Union hold this with some men, I guess. Confederates hold the cornfield and the Dunker Church. I don't even know what's happening anymore. The people on the cannons are Union now. I guess they're Union. Trusty Jam over here among them, fighting off his musket at the Confederate force. Meanwhile, he probably killed Bradley. I don't know.
I would be surprised there.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more than even like the other round. Over here, where you said that they spawned, yes, this is the Union spawn on Cook's Countercharge is the Confederate spawn for this giant map, which makes sense because the Cook's Countercharge was a little bit later in the battle. So, well, I don't know because this is like the sun's like late in the day. Whatever. You know what? One of these maps, if this map was set in the morning and was a lot thinner, it would be awesome. But I don't know. I just think it's way too large.
Yeah, almost like a trench warfare type thing. Yeah, that'd be a great map. Well,
Union over here have retaken this, but Confederates actually have a flag bearer. So I guess flag bearers are the most important thing ever.
yeah, Rebels got a really nice spot there too on the nipple, on that corner snake fence. Union just have snake fence. They're crouching down.
Yes. I
Union
guess they're
have
still
A?
fighting.
Union, I have the already, at least some of the Union are on the caisson still. Union is now advancing towards C.
It looks like all of them are moving back to C. Yeah, look at that. Looks like, okay, finally, everyone's moving together. Not really. This doesn't look like even like 50 people.
There looks like those guys at the front are now waiting for their reinforcements. How many Rebels do we got at C here?
Let's go C. Get it? Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go
we're
C.
done. We're done.
Okay.
Cut.
Looks like they can. Ooh, this is actually pretty smart. The Confederates are holding in a little bit of reinforcements. The 5th North Carolina looks like, and the 1st Maryland holding back a little bit. Meanwhile, the point over here. Oh, look, it's waving a little flag. This isn't the smartest move. You might want to save his flag back with his team. That way, if they lose the point even for a second, they can immediately put it back up. Union now moving down onto the Hagerstown Turnpike Road from the point. Now the Union hit taking losses themselves. This is a horrible formation. Don't even know what's happening here. Your team is captured. Confederates have captured B. They retook the Dunker Church. I'm not surprised. The Union were holding it with like 5 guys earlier.
Yeah, no, Rebels had a nice spot on a nice fence. Union had less guys. Intense fighting, though, happening as Union's
Union gets some reinforcements.
Union
Confederates are breaking.
Union does have a flag. Rebels
Confederates not hit breaking. Oh, they do be hitting breaking, though. Major General Volkaren going in, killing a couple men before getting downed by Mr. Trimmer, it looks like. We can see now that Mr. Mellon, Mr. Lieutenant Prostate just killed the flag bearer before he was put up, and then Mr. Major Ninja of the Pennsylvania Army put the flag back up. That's an intense melee right there. They're taking down the Confederate flag and putting up their own after they killed the Confederates. However, the Confederates have not spawned that far away. If they bayonet and run, they might have a chance to finish them off. Or maybe even just a few Rebel Rambos will be able to finish it. Mr. Ghoulcat Jeremy just got downed with a double kill by Mr. Overlord. His Buckmaw killed 2 people.
Who won this? Union?
Trusty
Wow.
Jam. Well, I think we all know why. Trusty Jam was just watching.
Oh, yeah. He's just looking.
Let's see how he customizes it. Did he customize his character? I wonder. Looks pretty hot. The flag. He's yelling at the flag. Okay. We have to watch the whole battle.
Yeah, we got to go over to the middle of this cornfield here, see if
yeah,
there's anything happen. Our frontline reporter is currently moving over. I'm going to cut to his screen when he gets close. Yeah, that's just kind of a nice overview. You can see all the Union little ants just moving through the corn, trickling through.
It looks a lot more dense on their own screen. They're forming a little bit of a line that might be great because the
Oh my
Confederates are
goodness.
also moving to counter them. Union now with the Arch Brigade flag. They have Buckenball. Let's see how they're able to affect that Union. The Confederate force looks like they're just holding there. I don't think they know the
I don't
Confederates
think
are
they
moving.
see him. No.
I don't think either group sees the other group, and now the Union are just going to move on from that. I think.
No way.
Oh no
That's
no no
good.
no! Union sees their rear. Union sees their rear,
And now Union
and
will be
now
pushing. Rebels are going to get flanked here. We're going to cut to our frontline reporter's screen here. He's got a great view of this charge going on right now. Come on, Turtle.
they're all
Nice
dead.
kill.
All the Confederates are dead. Now back over on the point C. I'm sorry, point C. C for cornfield. There are no Confederates. Joe Biden.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Mustang over here could be taking down the flag bearer, but he's not. He's instead choosing to reload his gun. Wow, Mustang. Shame. All the way in the rear, we can see the small group over here.
That's quite
And they're-
interesting to sit that far back. I wonder if they're waiting for the Union to take it down and possibly put theirs up, run away, and then just run back and take it. This will probably become a normal strat too in huge maps like this, where you just keep one or two guys hiding and they just antagonize the enemy team.
I really hope that they change a lot of these factors to make it more line battle-y. I really, to be honest, I would prefer War of Rights where line battles are good. And I think the skirmish mode was like balanced around that really well. And I feel like this needs to be balanced a lot more to make it as good as skirmish mode is. However, so far these features are looking great. What do you think?
Like, I think this is a great game mode, like you said. If we can make it more like line battles, that make this more like a more like historical experience. Like, make the maps a little thinner. Union got to slowly advance, trying to get to the Dunker Church, while Rebels are trying to impale some of these big lines. This game mode would be sick. I would love it. But again, there's just too easy to take down the flags, hide. Those are just my critiques of it. We got an intense fight. We're coming to our frontline reporter's screen here. He's got a great view of it right now.
Confederates hitting the last stand.
Little toxicity. Always love to see that. Turtle, how does your group feel right now after holding that charge? It looks like, and now putting your flag back up. Or actually, I don't know if your flag's up.
Well, I tell you, it's just been constant action here for about the past 5 minutes in this cornfield. You never know where they're going to come from. You see something out of the corner of your eye, it feels like you're fighting ghosts, but we've held them off, and we're getting our flag up now.
Sounds good. Thank you for that. Back to Sevi here.
Yes, and we can see right up there the flag is being put up, and now in a couple seconds the Union will have control of point C. If the Union then recontrol point B or follow the Confederates die, then it will be a Union victory. And I think I will obviously it's a done deal. The Union won this game. That might be another issue is that there's gonna be like the Confederates can't win, but there's another like 6 minutes of just walking. Union hitting braking.
Yeah, Rebels just got to play a hit and run game for a while now.
Yeah, they got 23 minutes. I'll be quite fair in saying I don't think that's gonna happen. Because remember, both sides have even tickets, so even if the Union were like a couple minutes to hit last stand, again they don't hit final push to hit last stand. They would have like another like 16 minutes of still having more men on the field. So it's very weird to me, a lot of these features, and I can't wait until this whole mode is completely smoothed out. That'll be great.
Yeah, I will agree. This is just the beginning
very
of
optimistic.
its greatness. I will agree.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is like, my God. Although, yeah, like you said though, if there, you know what, maybe I was like slightly over-exaggerating with 400. I think if there were 400, it might be a little possible. But again, all the way to the woods, like the fact that they go through those woods over there, that's too much. I think that's way too much.
I think if you could have two maps here. One map for this middle area of like Hooker's Push, Cook's Countercharge, Miller's Cornfield, and maybe Dunker Church. Probably not. And then you'd have a second map of the West Woods, Dunker Church, and Nicodemus Hill. That would be great.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know if Nicodemus Hill should be included in any of these because it wasn't a real. There was no fight in there in real life. So although this is like fictional scenarios, I feel like it's already seen enough love in the main game that I think that the historical scenario of Hooker's First Corps, beginning of the Union advance at the September 17th of 1862, pushing down into the point, or not into the point, onto Dunker Church, and getting stopped over here at the edge of this wheat field or cornfield. God, I keep getting mixed up.
Yeah.
It looks like the Union lost A to 3 Confederates. This is exactly how the Confederates won the Battle of Antietam, guys.
Yeah, so when your team hits last stand, I don't think there's really any point to worrying about flags. Actually, there is. You can't let the other team cap all of them. But if
well, think about this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like you're going to a flag, even though your team already has one, and you're lowering it, and the other team sees that happening, so they're gonna know where you're at. That was my only critique about that, but never. Yeah, no.
Well, also you had to remember that once you get last stand, you can't spawn any more flags in. So if the other team takes down one or two of your flags, you're out of flags, and you physically would not be able to capture all the other points. Oh, this guy's surrendering.
Surrender? Unfix your bayonet.
You can see some.
Remove the bayonet.
He gave
This is
you an
a
order.
minute.
He's got to take off his bayonet.
Alt F4. I don't know if he's gonna do it. Oh!
Oh, dang.
Oh, that's a war crime. That's a war crime. Maybe he was just deaf, Machado. How would you know? Maybe he couldn't hear you.
My guy surrendered. I guess, I mean, he didn't take off his
He
bayonet.
was
though.
unarmed.
I mean, he didn't take off the bayonet?
He didn't
He
take off
was-
the bayonet.
He didn't take off the bayonet.
He was resisting police, resisting arrest. So yeah, now we got like I said, like when they hit last stand like 5 minutes ago, it's a done deal. They like I don't think it's even possible they can win now, because they haven't received respawns in
It's
so
actually,
long.
no, there is a way. There is a way. So,
Yeah.
never mind. So I was going to say you go hide off for 20 minutes and make it a draw, but Union would just cap and win. So that's a stupid thing to say.
Well, funnily enough, they could send like a group of 3 to this flagpole and put up their own
Oh my.
flag,
Yeah,
and then a
that's,
group of 3 to that flagpole and put up their flag there too.
that's another thing with this game mode, right? The Rebels could just split apart their team right now and just
there's nobody
hide
defending the
and then
flags.
just go and uncap flags for the next 20 minutes, and they could win.
Mm-hmm. But you got to remember that if the enemy team takes down, your flag is destroyed. So they would eventually run out of their own flags to put up.
But Union's still on breaking, however.
Yeah. This guy's saying hookers. Oh my god, he's gonna do it.
No way. No way.
He's getting chased.
What?
He's getting chased. Oh, Mustang is Mustang gonna be able to kill him?
Oh, he is, because he's taking down the flag.
Oh.
What a kill by Mustang.
Oh, that would have been really funny. Should just let him do it. Yeah, the definitely the free range attitude of this has its ups and downs. Because this is just so big. Like, oh yeah, it feels like pick a patrol but with points. Like it's just like you're wandering around until you find somebody. We can see a lot of buckmail shots going off there. You can hear them with the badang. But not really killing much. Is that a Union? Yeah, Union charging in their rear. They're gonna try to whip their flag as quickly as possible, though.
We'll keep you up. Let's go.
Oh no! Come on!
That
He
rebel
didn't do
officer is
nothing.
running away. He's still making. He's cruising. Oh,
Oh my God, he
my
bounced.
goodness.
Care for my aging mother. Yeah, well, he just got murked, and now the only Confederates alive, I think, are near Point C. Oh, I'm sorry, also Point B. They still control Point B.
Yeah,
that's-
this is another part of this. The big maps, especially at the end, is it's just gonna take a while for the game to end. I guess with these huge
Yeah.
maps.
I think what the developers were intending was, you see how like the middle point is called A? I think what they were intending was for both sides to meet around here and then to have a firefight over A. But instead of seeing that, we just saw like groups over there, and the next thing we know they're on point, and then the Confederates have to turn around and go back to point. And then Confederates go all the way over there and take point C, and then it's just like the flanking is too much in my opinion. I think it's way too much.
Yeah, then the map and that problem is mostly figured out. Cut
Yeah.
off the West Woods at least, and I
Yeah.
think you got that this grade.
And maybe the spawning system should be, like, I can see both, like the idea of having your spawn really far away, but I don't know, I feel like if you control the point closest to your spawn, you should spawn near that. Like having to march, like all the Union, this entire game, that spawned in those woods right there. Like that's just such a long walk to get all up here.
I kind of understand why you don't want that point to be a spawn though, because if they spawn, then they could just spawn on top of people that are actively trying to take the point, or just make it if rebels are near it, they can't spawn there.
Yeah, exactly.
how it
That's
is.
what I think. Yeah, but at the same time, again, you would just have one Confederate hiding in the corn with like a 50-foot radius of it. Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be funny if it if you did have that where the flag would spawn you if you capped a point, and it spawned you within like this big radius, you just spawn on top of a rebel hiding in the corner, something
Yeah.
stupid like that.
I still think that should be a thing though, because like the spawning is too like this whole game. It's a lot more small groups, and I think that they should be focusing into making larger lines than smaller lines. His truth is marching on. Thank God for music players in this game. The last Confederate holdouts up here are still in a melee with this other group. It's kind of hard to see what's happening due to this annoying artillery position. I know the artillery positions are taken. I don't care anymore. Playing music inside this church.
Some very American Civil War historical music being played there. Oh,
Hopefully they enjoy some praying in there, because the Union are, well, they're almost here.
yeah, they gotta ask the devs. They gotta no. Oh, Union's being a little cocky here, thinking they just quick time. I wonder if they know how many rebels are in that church.
Sing song, kitty, can't you kind me, yo? If it don't rain at all. Sing song, kitty, can't you kind me? I fucking love this song.
It's basic.
Yeah. So we can see here that moving up onto this thing, Chemo Combo playing on their music, they're about to go take the point. Let's see if the teams are going to be friendly. Both teams are allowing a ceasefire. Oh, I guess not, maybe.
Some people do not believe in the ceasefire. I would laugh if the Union dropped a breaking here and they all died.
Yeah.
Or sorry, last stand.
Mhm.
Oh, rebels being
Confederates charging
aggressive.
out.
But guys,
Rude.
that was the answer to the question. Rebels started the Civil War. Right
Rebels
there.
started the Civil War. That was the attack on Fort Sumter right there.
You saw it live, folks.
Confederacy have neutralized Point C. Are you fucking kidding me? No, bullshit. I need to see how many people
about
over
to
there.
win.
Oh my god, this game's never gonna fucking end. The points are too far away, I think, on this map. I
Yeah.
think the other map, the map with the real lane and you know what I'm trying to say, the map with the real lane in it, the points were a lot closer, and that worked a little bit better in that like it was like 2 avenues of attack, but it was still like the same area of attack, right? Over here it's like 3 completely different theaters. I think the developers were asking if the community would prefer smaller or bigger maps, and from what I've seen tonight, from 220 to 170 people, looks like, looks like all the Union killed all the Confederates. That's awesome. Union secured the field. What happened first game? I don't even remember.
Roulette Lane Union pretty much dominated it.
Yes. So Union won both. Okay.
All right,
I guess
so
it
we're
just
gonna
shows
go.
you.
Yeah, we're gonna. Sorry, I interrupted you. Finish your statement.
Sorry. Oh yeah, the 6th New York. Whenever they're on the field, they win.
Fa-a-bala. All right, so let's get into a debrief about this first, I guess, a pub debrief event of Conquest. Your first impressions, pros and cons, improvements. We'll start with our field reporter, Turtle, first, and then go to Sevi, and then myself. Turtle, what did you think of both rounds playing it?
It's definitely different than the normal war rights you're used to. It's a lot more movement involved, a lot more smaller groups getting split up, and it just seemed like it was. You definitely need some larger coordination to be effective. No, I think it's just a different style. It just depends on what you like. I prefer the line firing, but if you're into round rank capturing points, maybe this is your thing.
All right, thank you for that. Sevi?
Yeah, I feel like this game shows a lot of promise, but I think it has a lot of area to improve. The customization of the characters, by the way, that also came out in this beta, that is awesome. I'm loving that. They'll make my own character. That's really cool. But these like this map right here with the Cook's countercharge. I'm sorry, the map after that one. The rotations, they vary a lot. Some of the maps are a lot more tight. But even then, it still feels like a really long march from Maine to get to the furthest capture point from you. Maybe that's the point. I think that the largest map they played the second round, that was my least favorite of the two, or all the maps I've seen so far. Because I've played all 4 maps, and so far it seems like that one, it really it didn't feel like it didn't feel like a line battle, and a lot of the 250 plop larger event servers of skirmish mode, they feel like much more liney. So hopefully we're able to get a lot more people on. Hope we get up there past the 200 mark to see what it looks like with a lot more than 200 on. Because I would love to see this game mode at its fullest potential, and especially once all the edges are rounded off. So sorry for blabbing around there, but yeah, I think that this has a lot of potential.
Yeah, thank you, Sevi. I would agree with a lot of that. A lot of potential here. I wonder if they, the reason why they have a really big map, two medium-sized map and a small map, I wonder if they're just testing to see which works best with it. But like what Sevi and I were talking about, if they thinned out some of those big maps and made it a little historical in the sense, like the first core push, like going through Miller's Cornfield and then the Hagerstown Turnpike, possibly up to the Dunker Church, like just having a thin map like that where you fight through the open fields and you got to push, like trench warfare almost would be great. Having a map just for the West Woods and the Dunker Church area, like that would be great.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think that they should either make long and thin maps or short and wide. Like you know what I mean? There should be like 3 cap points that are almost all like on the same plane as each other, or it should be like a very long walk from one to the other. But you have to capture one point, then the next, and the next. Or not that you have to, but like you're guided through that point to get there. I feel like you said, they can just like walk around them. So whatever. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, of course we only have like 180, 200 people, so maybe more people would make a difference. I don't know. Because we usually would see 300 and get 50 more per each team. I don't know how much more of a difference that would be. But yeah, this is the first night. It's been a great look on Conquest. Very enjoyable to watch, to get first impressions of this game mode. Is there anything anyone else has to say? Any last quick notes before we call it off for the night?
No. I agree with a lot what Sevi was saying, that maybe if you did like a flag progression, capture one, move on to the next, that could make it a little more, I don't know, a little more enjoyable.
All right.
Yeah, as it stands, it just seems like it's melee, run back and forth, and you just try to stab as many people as possible.
All right. Well, thank you guys for announcing your field reporting. Is greatly appreciated. Everyone, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more of these videos. We'll be having more Conquest videos come out this weekend, as a lot of events will be held in this new game mode because there's a little excitement around it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.
Take care, gentlemen.
See you in the future.